Hi, my name is Peyton Anderson, and I'm here with Miss Breum.
Good morning. I'm Miss Breum.
So, Miss Breum, what are some of your favorite memories from your childhood?
I had a great childhood. I wanted to grow up too fast, but that's okay. We had a wonderful home in Everett. We have a farm in Stanwood, and then we got to go to school in Seattle. So growing up, I was on the highway quite a bit. In the summers, we moved to our farm in Stanwood, and we still do to this day have crops. And my dad always thought his kids or his kids' friends should do all the work. We would never hire out. So but he paid us well. And my friends to this day still talk about the summers on the farm when we go and we would rogue spinach, cabbage, grass. We had a lot of peas back then, so I got to rake a lot of pea hay. The nights I still dream about and think about are when it would be about 9:30, almost 10 o'clock at night, and we'd be coming in from our outer field that's out by the river and into our farmhouse. And I remember the sun setting, and we had just loaded up 2 big trailers of our hay, and we'd worked hard all day, and it was just a real rewarding feeling. It's what brought our family close.
So what do you think influenced you most throughout your teenage life?
My teachers. I had awesome teachers who never gave up on me and always knew I would be a great teacher someday. Yet I didn't like to study. I have many learning differences that we didn't know about back then. And it's been a long road to become a teacher. And I'm so grateful that I stuck to it and kept studying. And I remember one teacher in 3rd grade, Mrs. Dorsey. And I remember just wanting to be just like her when I grew up and be a teacher like her. And I still see teachers today that I had. But my friends, a lot of friends would go different ways, and it was hard to see what I was truly about. I always got called weird in junior high because I was always so happy and loud and always moving. And that irritated a lot of people. But as I've gotten older, I've really appreciated that I've been weird from day one. And it's really helped in my profession.
So, Ms. Breum, how do you think teenagers have changed from when you were a teenager to now?
Teenagers cannot get away with the things I got away with, especially with the cell phone tracking. My best friend and I had a tendency, if it were raining too hard or it was too sunny, we wouldn't go to school. And had my parents had the access to see if I was at school or at the beach, wouldn't have been too good.
So are you glad that you went into the teaching profession?
Yes, I am, except I joined the teaching profession a lot later in life than most of your teachers. I had to go to college a year after I graduated from high school. It was always a given in my family, you go to college. But I really wanted to get married. So I went to college a year and dropped out and then got married. In the meantime, I had a wonderful daughter, Amy, who's now 31 years old. And after I had Amy, I went back to college. And my dad was so persuasive. He helped me financially. My parents helped me with daycare so that I could go back full-time to college and get my teaching degree. The funny thing is, after I got my teaching degree and got my first job, I found out that I was pregnant with my second child, Sarah. And I'm happy to say everybody survived. Sarah, my youngest child, is a very successful business person down in Seattle, and my oldest daughter, Amy, she's a very successful mother and spouse to my son-in-law, Justin, and my granddaughter, Abby, and she is also she works over at our Skagit Valley Hospital. I'm really proud of her. Something that I have held on, a couple years ago there were these horrible fires over in eastern Washington, like in 2015, and I had never been so close to a fire, and we were told to we were vacationing at a cabin, and the sheriff came and said, get everybody out and it just really made us reflect on our lives. I've never been faced with leave right now or you're going to be caught in this fire. And it really helped me see where I've been, where I'm going, where my kids are, what we should grab most. So nothing, and we just all grabbed pictures and left and talked about the story till now. But something also happened tragically. A couple young firemen were killed, and I was so involved in it because we were right there. And the mother, when she got up to speak at her son's funeral, who was this promising firefighter, I think he was only 19 of some sort, but she wrote this quote, or she said this quote that I've hung on to be my teaching motto for the rest of my life. I've come to realize at the end of any given day or at the end of life, the only thing that matters is how many people you love and how many people who love you. And I've taken that because there's really not one person here I don't love and think they're worthy and wonderful. And I hang on to that. And the reward I get is being able to come to work every day and hanging with you guys and just watching the journey you're on.